Sometimes love doesn't end when people stop talking. Sometimes it just moves somewhere else, into the places you built together, the games you made, the pixels you left behind. I never thought I'd come back to that world. Not after him. It had been a year since I last logged into our place, the little Roblox world we built during those nights when it felt like time didn't exist. Just him, me, and the glow of our screens. His name was Eli. He was the first person I met on Roblox who made the world feel real. The kind of real that stays in your heart long after the logout sound. When he left, he didn't say goodbye. His account just vanished, deleted, like he'd never existed. For months I told myself it was fine. People come and go, even in games. But some nights, I still opened our place and stood in silence, watching the lanterns we built flicker against an empty sky. Until one night, everything changed. The world had always been quiet. No sounds, no players, no updates. But that night there was music. A soft piano tune that hadn't been there before. The lanterns glowed brighter. The trees shimmered as if something had awakened. And then I saw it. A new spawn point. Right next to mine, I didn't build it. It was glowing faintly, as if someone new had just joined. I looked up toward the sky. The stars in the world had started moving, rearranging themselves into something I couldn't yet recognize. It was the first time in months that the game felt alive again. I didn't know it then, but that night wasn't just a bug or a random glitch. It was the start of him finding his way back. Before we dive deeper into this story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you won't miss the next Roblox love story that'll break your heart or heal it. And hey, drop a like if you've ever met someone unforgettable in a Roblox server. The next night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. The glowing spawn point, the soft piano playing on its own. It felt like something inside that old world had started breathing again. I told myself it was nothing. Maybe Roblox updated something. Maybe it was an old script running after all this time. But deep down, I knew it wasn't that. That world was ours. Every pixel, every sound, every bit of code, he built it by hand. I logged back in. The moment the game loaded, I knew something had changed. The air, if you can even call it that, felt heavier. The color palette of the world had shifted. The warm sunset that usually painted the map was now a pale, silvery twilight. The trees that used to sway softly in the breeze were still, silent. But something was different about them too. Their leaves shimmered faintly, like they were reflecting a memory. I walked to the lantern path, the one that led to the lake. Our favorite spot. Every lantern was glowing, but one in particular was brighter than the rest. I approached it slowly, and then I saw something that made my chest tighten. A faint engraving on the lantern's base. It wasn't there before. It read, "You kept it alive." I stared at the text for what felt like minutes. My cursor didn't move. My hands didn't move. It couldn't be him. It shouldn't be him. The account was gone, deleted, wiped from the system. But then I remembered, Eli was never just a player. He was a creator. He left pieces of himself in the code, small hidden things. A flicker of light here, a secret message there, maybe. He left something behind. I opened the developer console just out of curiosity. My hands were shaking, my heart racing as I scrolled through the lines of code. Most of it was familiar, the same scripts we wrote together when we were building our place. But at the very end, there was something new. A script titled E-Return, hidden deep in the environment folder. I never made that. I hesitated for a long time staring at the line. The script was simple, short, but my name was written inside it. It read, "If she ever comes back, let the lights find her." The words hit harder than I expected. I didn't realize how much I'd been holding back. The grief, the guilt, the what-ifs. When he left, I told myself it was over, that I didn't care. But seeing that single line of code, it was like he had written it yesterday. Like he knew I'd come back someday. I didn't run any of the code. I couldn't. Instead, I just stood by the lake and listened. The piano was still playing softly in the background. Gentle, sad, looping endlessly like a memory that refused to fade. Then something new happened. The reflection in the lake began to change. The stars above me weren't stars anymore. They were flickering shapes, forming letters. It was faint, like the world itself was struggling to remember. My name appeared in the reflection, and below it, 3 words, "Don't leave again." I blinked hard. The reflection faded. The world went quiet again. For a moment, I thought maybe I was just tired. Maybe I was imagining things, but then I saw my notifications light up. Not on Roblox, but on my actual screen. A friend request from Eli exists. I froze. That username had been gone for over a year. I tried searching for it before. It always said, "User not found." But now it was online. My heart was pounding. My throat was tight. I hovered over the accept button, unable to breathe. I knew it couldn't be real. I knew accounts couldn't just come back from nothing, but something about it felt right. Maybe I wanted to believe it was him. Maybe I wanted to believe love could outlast deletion. I accepted the request. The screen flickered for a moment. Then a message appeared in my chat box. Just one line. "It's been a while." And just like that, the music stopped. I didn't log in for 3 days after that, not because I didn't want to, but because I was scared. Scared of what I might find, or what might find me. Every time I thought about it, about the friend request, about the message, "It's been a while," my chest would tighten. It didn't make sense. None of it did. But on the 4th night, curiosity won. When I opened Roblox again, our place was already glowing in my game list, brighter than the others, as if it was calling. I clicked join. The world loaded differently this time, slower, almost hesitant. Like it knew I had questions it wasn't ready to answer. The first thing I noticed was the lighting. The sky wasn't sunset or twilight anymore. It was full night, deep indigo blue, scattered with unfamiliar constellations. But it wasn't empty. There were fragments. Floating pieces of the world, broken textures, half-formed objects, scattered memories frozen mid-animation, our old build tools floating mid-air. A half-finished treehouse, the piano near the lake. Except now, the keys pressed themselves, one by one. Every note was a heartbeat. I walked slowly through it all, taking in the ruins. Everything felt familiar, but not in the way a home does. It felt familiar, like a dream you've been trying to forget. A place that still knows your name, even after you've left it behind. Then I noticed something small in the distance. A soft golden glow, pulsing faintly from behind a patch of fog. I followed it. It led me to a stone wall, something we never built. It stood in the middle of an open clearing, covered in symbols I didn't recognize. I moved closer. As soon as my avatar touched the wall, lines of text appeared across the screen. Not in chat, not in any log, just floating in the air, like the world itself was speaking. He tried to save it. The connection broke. But his memory remained. The wall pulsed again. And a new image appeared, faint, flickering, like an old photo breaking through static. It was Eli's avatar, standing by the lake. His face turned toward the camera, just for a second, before fading back into the code. My heart dropped. I moved closer, trying to interact with the wall, but the text changed before I could. "You're early." I froze. Then, before I could react, the game glitched, hard. The ground disappeared beneath me and everything went black. When the world reloaded, I wasn't at the spawn point anymore. I was inside a room. It wasn't part of our build. I knew every block, every shape we ever made together, but this one was new. The walls were plain white, empty, except for a small mirror in the corner. My avatar stood still. The camera slowly zoomed in by itself, and in the reflection, I wasn't alone. Behind me, in the mirror, stood Eli. I couldn't move, couldn't turn, couldn't log out. The reflection tilted slightly and his face came into view. Soft, pixelated, exactly as I remembered. But his expression wasn't the same. He looked tired. The air around me began to hum, a low, familiar sound. The same sound his mic used to make when we played late at night, I whispered, though no one could hear me. "Eli?" And suddenly the mirror shattered. The game froze for a moment, and when it unfroze, I was standing at the lake again. The world looked normal, peaceful, like nothing had happened. But at my feet, there was something new, a glowing cube floating slightly above the ground. I interacted with it. A message appeared. Fragment 1 unlocked. The night he stayed. Then another pop-up followed. 4 fragments remain. My throat went dry. I opened the dev console. Every time I'd done it before, it showed harmless code. But this time it was full of new lines written under his name. If she's reading this, tell her I'm still here. Tell her the world remembers. My fingers trembled. He was leaving breadcrumbs, memories, each one buried somewhere inside the code. The next few nights I kept returning. Every time I joined, our place changed. New fragments appeared, hidden in corners we once built together. A flower field we once joked about planting. A floating sign that said tomorrow. A faint melody that only played when I stood in the middle of the bridge. It was all him. Every update felt like a heartbeat echoing through time, one that refused to stop beating. And yet the more I found, the lonelier the world began to feel. The lanterns dimmed each night. The music slowed, like something was fading with each discovery. On the 7th night, I found the second fragment hidden deep beneath the map, buried under invisible terrain. When I opened it, the words appeared again. Fragment 2 unlocked, the day he vanished. But this time there was something else. A sound file embedded into the code. I played it. It was static at first, then a quiet voice. Faint. Broken. You said, "You'd stay." I shut my laptop instantly. My hands were cold. My heart was pounding. I didn't log back in for the rest of the night, but I couldn't shake the feeling that the voice wasn't recorded. It was happening now. Somewhere inside that world. He was still waiting. What would you do if someone you loved suddenly logged out of your life? Let me know in the comments. I read every one of them. And if this story's already got you feeling something, don't forget to like this video. It really helps more people find our Roblox stories. All right, let's get back to the story bike because things are about to get even more complicated. The next morning, I woke up with my laptop still open. The screen was dark, but the cursor blinked steadily, as if the world was waiting for me to return. I told myself I was done, that I wouldn't go back. But the truth? I was already too deep. I needed to know what those fragments meant. Why they felt so alive. I logged in again that night. The world loaded slower this time, and the once familiar spawn point was gone. I appeared somewhere new, an open space filled with light, floating above the clouds. A message appeared on the screen. Welcome back. Then another line followed. Do you remember the promise? My heart sank. That was something Eli always said before logging off. A small, half-joking goodbye that felt heavier now. Do you remember the promise? He'd said it the night before he left. Back then, I just laughed it off. Told him I'd never forget. But now, it was like the world itself was asking. I took a step forward, and the floating platform beneath me shifted, forming a path made of glowing squares. Every step I took triggered an old sound file. Snippets of laughter, inside jokes, fragments of voice chat recordings we made years ago. Our voices echoed in the sky. If we ever stop playing, promise me one thing. What? Don't delete this place, it's us. My chest ached. He wasn't just talking about the game. He was talking about us. The memory ended, and the world went quiet again. Then the platform ahead of me lit up, forming a single word, down. A small portal opened below my feet. I hesitated, then jumped. The screen went black for a full minute. I thought my game had crashed, but when the visuals returned, I was standing in a place I hadn't seen in years, his world. It wasn't our place. It was the solo world Eli used to work on, the one he never let me see. I remember teasing him about it. What's in there? I used to ask. He'd always laugh and say, not done yet. You'll see when it's perfect. Now, I was standing in the middle of it. It wasn't perfect. It was empty. The only thing there was a massive structure, like a tower built out of light. I walked closer. The base of the tower had a sign, flickering in and out. Fragment 3 unlocked. The promise. I reached out to interact, and suddenly, the world began to move. Walls of text started flowing across the sky, lines of code, memories, chat logs, and all under his username, Some were normal. Add grass texture. Fix light offset. Try new music loop, but others weren't. She stopped replying. I think she forgot. Maybe if I build it right, she'll come back. My eyes burned. He built this world for me. Not as a project, but as a monument. Every pixel, every texture, every line of code was a message I never got to read. I climbed the tower, one glowing step at a time. The higher I went, the louder the hum became, a deep vibration that felt like a heartbeat. At the top was a floating cube, brighter than all the others. I clicked on it. A sound played. It wasn't static this time. It was his voice. Clear, gentle, trembling. If you're hearing this. I guess the server didn't hold. My throat tightened. I've been trying to keep it alive. Our place, the worlds we built. But the crash, his voice broke. I couldn't fix it. I tried, but it wouldn't load anymore. So I stayed. Maybe if I stayed, you'd find me again, Sans. Then faintly, do you remember the promise? The cube shattered into light and the tower started collapsing. I tried to move, but the world was breaking apart. The sky cracked, pixels scattered, and the screen filled with static. Before everything went black, a single message appeared. 2 fragments remain. When I reopened the game, our place was gone from my favorites. I searched everywhere, servers, archives, backups, but it was like it had never existed. My chest felt hollow, until I noticed a small folder on my desktop. It wasn't there before. It was titled, Remember Inside. There was a single file. Fragment War 4 wave. I hovered over it, afraid to open it. Afraid that if I did, I'd lose whatever boundary still separated me from that world. But I clicked play anyway. The audio started quietly, a faint hum, the same sound that echoed in our place. Then, a whisper, I didn't want to leave you. But I didn't want to fade either. The voice trembled, almost breaking. So I built a place where memories don't die. Then silence. A few seconds later, a final message appeared on my screen. Not from any file, it just appeared, floating above my desktop icons. If you want to find me, there's still one more world left. My cursor blinked, and then, just beneath the message, a new game link appeared. The last login. I stared at the screen for a long time. The new game link just sat there, pulsing faintly like a heartbeat. The last login. I didn't know if I was ready. I didn't know if I'd ever be ready, but something deep inside me whispered, you owe him this. So I clicked. The loading screen felt longer than ever before. The Roblox logo flickered like an old film reel, and for a moment I thought it might never finish loading. Then everything went silent. No music. No sound effects. Just the soft echo of wind. I spawned in a place I'd never seen before. It was beautiful, heartbreakingly so. A vast, empty world painted in shades of blue and silver, like dawn frozen in time. The ground shimmered with pixels that glowed softly under my avatar's feet. In the distance, there was a figure, standing by the edge of a lake. I knew that stance. I knew it too well. It was Eli. My breath caught. For a moment, I couldn't move. Couldn't think. The cursor hovered uselessly on the screen, trembling as if it could feel my heartbeat. Finally, I walked forward, slowly, carefully, like approaching a memory that could vanish if I got too close. As I moved, the world reacted. The wind carried faint echoes of laughter, our old voice lines, the sound of waves from our place. Every step closer felt heavier. When I reached the lake, he turned. His avatar looked the same. Same clothes, same smile. But his eyes, they weren't just pixels anymore. They looked back, he didn't move. Neither did I. Then a line of text appeared. Not in chat, in the air between us, glowing softly. You came back. My chest tightened. I typed back without thinking. I had to. For a moment, nothing happened. Then another message appeared. You found the fragments. I had to know why. You always wanted answers. And you always had secrets. A pause. Then the text faded. The sound of water rippled across the lake. He moved just a few steps closer. I could feel the shift, even through the screen. Then new words appeared, faint and trembling. I didn't mean to stay. The crash. It pulled me in. The code didn't delete. It copied me. When I realized what happened, it was too late. My hands shook on the keyboard. I wanted to reach through the screen, to tell him it was okay, but he kept going. I stayed because I didn't want to fade. Because maybe one day, you'd log back in. The world dimmed as he spoke, the sky softening to twilight. I thought I'd get used to being a memory, he continued. But memories, they start breaking without someone to hold them. The screen began to flicker. His figure glitched slightly, fading in and out. I can't stay much longer, he wrote. The world's collapsing. My code's unraveling. Then come back with me, I typed. We can rebuild it. I'll find a way. No, the word appeared like a whisper. You already kept the promise. I stared at the text, confused. What promise? The lake shimmered. Slowly, the world began to glow with golden light. You remembered. You didn't delete us. Tears welled in my eyes. He smiled. Soft. Pixelated. Full of warmth. That's all I ever wanted. I tried to move closer, but my avatar froze. The world around us began to dissolve, light scattering like falling stars. The water turned to sky. The sky turned to code. Goodbye, he wrote. Don't forget the sunrise. Then, everything went white. When my screen finally cleared, I was back at the Roblox homepage. The last login was gone. I searched for hours. The game, the folder, the fragments. All gone, except for one thing. On my desktop, there was a single text file. Final fragment. TXT. I opened it. Inside was one line. If love is a world, then you are mine. And just below it, a final message appeared on my screen. Connection lost. But for the first time since he left, I smiled, because maybe love doesn't end when someone logs out. Maybe it just waits quietly, but for the next time you press join game. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe for more Roblox stories every week. Comment still logged in if you made it till the end. I'll know you're part of the real ones. And remember, in every server, every story matters. See you in the next one.